Welcome back. So, relational operators are operators that define relationship between two operands. So the relations can be less than, equal than, etc. So you have these relational operators that are like this. So you have greater than or greater than or equal. What else shall we place? Equal, equal. Oh, let's go. Let's go all the way. So not equal. Well, equal sign means equals, and when you just type in a single equal sign, then you're assigning a value. So exclamation equals means not equal to. And what else we got? We have less than or equal to, and I do believe that I am missing one more, which is less than. Yes, that should be it. Anyway, the result of these relational operators, so if you have two variables or two expressions on two sides of this relational operator, the result is a Boolean. So you will get a Boolean value as a result. Let's go ahead and write a small piece of code and have a look at how this actually works. So let's say that this is 10, y is equal to 5, z shall be equal to 15, and w shall be equal to 10. There we go. Down below we will type in bool, I don't know, rel, so relational operator, example 1 equals x is greater than y. So, do you believe or do you consider that this statement is true or false? Basically, I'm asking you, is x greater than y? I am stating that I'm stating it, basically. X is greater than y. And then we are evaluating, we're looking at it, and we're thinking, well, is it true or not? Well, let's take a look. X is 10, and y is 5. So is 10 greater than 5? Yes, it is. Therefore, the result of this will be true. It will be the same as though we have assigned a value of true to the Boolean variable rel1. So this here and this here, this is pretty much the same, except here when one of the values alters the condition, the result of the condition can change as well to false. Okay, so we can type in bool rel2 equals y is greater than x. So, is y greater than x? Y is 5, x is 10. Is 5 greater than 10? No, of course not. It's not, therefore it's false. Well, I don't know, maybe it is. Depends in which universe you live. But hey, that's completely up to you. Just kidding. Here, 5 is less than 10. Sometimes lose a little bit of control and say completely the wrong things. That can be a little bit confusing, but hopefully it will do no harm. So anyway, now I am going to assign the following to the rel3 variable. It will be x equals z. Is x equal to z? So look, this is the expression that's being evaluated, and this is the assignment operator. So this is the relational operator, and this is the assignment operator. We are going to assign the result of this to the variable rel3. Is x equal to z? Well, x is 10 and z is 15. So obviously, no, it is not, in this universe anyway. Therefore, the result will be false. Rel3 will be false. Let's go a little bit further. rel 4. These are really, really simple examples, but this can get complicated really fast. And with, as I said, these basics are important to us. Why do I do that? So you have rel 4, which is equal to x is, which is equal to whatever the result of this is. So x not equal to z. X is 10, z is 15. So obviously x is not equal to 15. Henceforth, this shall be true, and the value of rel 4 will be true. Let's go ahead and give a few more examples. So, I don't know, rel 6 shall be assigned the result of x is greater than or equal to w. X is 10, w is 10. So 10 is definitely not greater than 10, but 10 is equal to 10. Therefore, this is also true. Rel 6 will be evaluated. Rel 6 will gain the value, will be assigned the value of true. Okay, so let's take a look a little bit at the negation as well. Bool rel 7 shall be equal to, let's go ahead and negate this, open parentheses, x is greater than w. And this is pretty much the same as x is lesser or equal than w, which is true. So x is greater than w. X is 10, w is 10. Obviously, this is going to be evaluated to false, right? Because 10 is not greater than 10. 10 is equal to 10. However, since this expression here will be evaluated to false, and then it will be negated, the sum total of the total of this expression will be evaluated to true, because you get false, and then you flip it with negation here, and you get true. So rel 7 will be assigned a value of true. Okay, so we can go ahead and have we can have more than one value like this. We can put them into a sandwich, so to say. You can type in bool rel 8 is equal to 12 is greater than x is greater than 7. So, is x greater than 7? Is x greater than 7? I don't know, is it? Yes, it is. So, the value of x is 10, and 10 is definitely greater than 7. And is x lesser than 12? Yes, it is a lesser than this. Is x lesser than 12? Yes, it is. So this will compile, definitely. However, it is not correct because it evaluates to false. There is a problem. Why? It goes from left to right. So it goes like this. Imagine that you had a parentheses here and parentheses is here. So strictly theoretically speaking, this is not actually wrong. It will compile and there is no problem, but it can be very confusing. You see, since we're going from left to right, this is the first thing that will be evaluated, and it will be asked whether 12 is greater than x or not. And 12 is definitely greater than x, so this will be true. And then then you will get a weird looking thing where a Boolean true will be stated to be greater than 7. So yeah, as I said, this will compile, but it is not correct because it will evaluate to false. 12 is greater than x, and that is true. So you will get true greater than 7. And true has the value of 1, so that is 1 greater than 7, which is false. I know, it's weird, look. This part gets evaluated first. Very weird. and it will say true, and it will state true. And then the next thing that will be evaluated is true greater than 7. But true has the value of 1, the numerical value of 1. And then this actually looks like this: 1 greater than 7. So this will be final condition that will be evaluated from this statement. And 1 is definitely not greater than 7. Henceforth, the final result will be false. Therefore, rel 8 will have the final value of false. Be very careful with these things. I have deliberately shown you this example so that you would understand that there are a lot of logical complexities here that go beyond the compiler checking the errors for you. You actually have to watch what you are writing. There is no syntax error. There are no problems. Even without the parentheses here, it will compile. The machine will work on it, but it will go from left to right, and you might not get the result you want it to get. Anyway, the final example that I would like to show you here, and then I'm gonna call it a day with this, with the operands here, with the logical and relational operands. You will basically a rewrite of this to put it in a correct way. Bool rel 9, and it will be equals to 12 greater than x. Okay, so we have that. What we wanted to achieve here, if we remove the parentheses, we wanted to say that this entire we wanted to evaluate this entire expression as true if x was greater than 7 and lesser than 12. However, that is not what's going to happen here due to the reasons explained a moment ago. But if we wanted it to be like that, we would need to write it like this. And then we would say x greater than 7. So now it will state like this: 12 greater than x. Okay, 12 is greater than 10. So this is going to be true. Oops. True. And then it will state x is greater than 7. So x is greater than 7. 10 is greater than 7. Yes. So true, and true will yield true. Therefore, rel 9 will be assigned a value of true. Simple as that. So I just wanted to show you the, I guess, logically incorrect way of doing this and logically correct way of doing this, so to say, because you're not technically making a syntax error or anything that the compiler might find illegal here. You're just making a logical error. Anyway, that would be it. I bid you farewell, and we're going to go ahead and jump into the next tutorial.